So, Dean, how did the scrimmage look today from the guys, and what's the purpose of getting a hit out in during the break?
Yeah, I think the purpose for us is just, teams are going to come out of this break with a couple of weeks to either solidify what they do really well or to go ahead and add something to their offense, add something to their defense. And so we kind of, had some quarters of trying to be good in our rules, and we had some quarters of trying to do some different things that we need to prepare for. And yeah, there was some work on areas in what other teams may be able to junk it up and throw at us. But yeah, we needed to get the reps and nice close game, and it's what you want.
How unusual is this for you, considering most international breaks you lose half your roster to Australia and New Zealand teams, and yet this time you've got everyone?
Yeah, there's still managing people and getting Ian right, getting Shea right, getting Delhi right, and like every team, they're probably going to have some people to manage through this period. But them being here and not being on international duties, being managed is a far better scenario.
How is Delhi? Looked pretty good out there. What are you seeing from him?
Yeah, we put a little minute restriction on him today, but we're a couple of weeks away from a game, so I think by the time that comes around, he'll have a few more of those type of runs and be ready to go.
Much concern over Ian or Shea?
No, Shea's has had a bit of a shoulder throughout the year, and he just needs to be rested for a couple of days. And Ian's making the progress that we hope for, and he'll hopefully get into team practice on Friday.
How crucial is it to have the whole group healthy? You haven't had it for most of the season so far.
We don't know, and I guess people, kind of challenging what it's going to be like for me as coach when everybody's healthy, because we haven't seen it right. How's that going to affect people's roles, and are they going to be happy with that? And I think we've done a good job of communicating, what's needed from everybody, and really happy with the performances of people who've played more minutes through this period, and hopefully when everyone's back that we can just go to another level of intensity and work rate, and that should be difficult for other teams to deal with if everyone can buy into playing harder for shorter minutes.
Have you got the right group here for a team first sort of mentality when guys are going to have to give up minutes?
Yeah, this group is, Andre Lamanis I was talking to yesterday, I was just saying this is such a fun group to coach. They're just solution based, and I thought that was one of the biggest things that came out of the halftime versus the Kings the other night. It wasn't like we're doing this shit or whatever. It was about, hey, these are the things that we need to do. Let's go out and do them. And if we can continue to be in that mindset, and we can solve problems.
Who do you see as your biggest rivals after, you can sit back and assess the first part of the season? Who are the biggest rivals for the title at the moment?
Yeah, just, these different styles, Sydney and Cairns with all their switching and length, and you got to get that part right. And, Brisbane and, Wildcats who create different kind of challenges, but I'm definitely not going to put anyone out there as the key target right now. Always for me, it's about getting to 16 wins, and we didn't get to 16 wins last year. So as soon as we can get to that point, and then see how what we can do after that.
Have you seen Chris Golding's form with late?
Yeah, he's not a genius to work out that he's been playing unbelievable basketball, some of the best since I've coached him, and it was needed. With people down, it was needed for him to step up, and hunting 10 threes normally, hunting an extra 5, hunting 15 great threes. It's been good for us, and everyone knows that he's a focal point, and that attracts other people, and if he attracts 2, that he's willing to give it up, or someone else is going to create an advantage from it. So it's nice having that focal point.
And is there a bit of a concern that you guys have been in such trouble in parts of recent games? Like that Kings game, I think margin was 15-17. I can't recall the Phoenix margin, but it felt like they were right on top. As good as the late game's been, a bit of a concern that the guys can get exposed like that at times.
Yeah, the season's kind of turned around. I didn't think we were that great in end games early, and then we've been, better recently. So, I think there's a little target on us right now, and teams are going to come and give us their absolute best at the start of games and try and, get a margin, get a win against us at our place, and I think if we can handle that and manage the onslaught that's going to come early in the game, put ourselves in a position to win, I back our guys to make decisions and their IQ down the stretch.
We're just talking about Joel Foxwell then. What does he bring as a young guy coming through, and what do you make of him as a developing player?
Yeah, just finished his schooling, so he's done with that. He's still got kind of all these other commitments to play for his school at nationals and to play on the Vic under-20s, and so we kind of still haven't quite had him as a full-time player yet, but you put him on the scout team and let him be Jalen Adams for the day, and he's a problem. It was good for our practice to have someone of that kind of quickness and shot making inside the keyway. Even at his size, he's a problem. So it's a real bright future for him.
Have you had many high school kids come through as development guys in recent times, or have you usually had them once they're at uni, that sort of thing?
Yeah, Campbell Blogg was the most recent one, but he was done with school and about to head to college. I'm kind of racking my brain a little bit about who it's been that's been in high school, but I think he's just at his size, and you're kind of like, how's he going to handle himself defensively? But he just, for some reason, doesn't get exposed and is able to fight himself out of problems and let other people help him a little bit when he does get bullied. But I think there's definitely whether he chooses the college route or the NBL route, there's a bright future for him.
So Gorge there again today. Did you notice the lift in intensity that you have in the past with him here?
I'm not sure. I think it always helps. Anytime if you have a NBA scout or you have a national team coach, or even at NBL one coaches in the building today looking at players, and so I think anytime there's some extra eyes on you, and it adds a little bit to it. But love having Gorge in it, and just he's always got some thoughts for me about what he saw, and helps me be a better coach and us be a better team, and lets him understand what's going on with these guys that are in contention for national team.
Dean, the offensive efficiency of this team's picked up a lot over the past few weeks, and the defense has also tracked really nicely. What's the key to improving the offensive side of the floor, especially with key guys out?
Yeah, when I looked at it the other day, it's like Flynn Cameron's the highest rated offensive player in the whole league right now. So him playing 26 minutes has been an impact and on our offense, and he's been solid defensively. I think Ian again is one of those guys that is 125, 126, something like that on offense, is well above our own rating. So add him back into it, and then add the defensive punch of Delhi, and we get a really nice balance of things coming back where we can be better in both areas.